Oh, hey guys, I'm at Dayton's Haymarket. It's one of the very first buildings in Dayton, Ohio, and the sidewalk that I'm on used to be Pearl Street. The Haymarket was demolished in 1924, but it gave its name to this neighborhood, which was one of the first industrial neighborhoods of Dayton, and then it became a red light district, and was finally targeted for urban renewal in the 1960s. Behind me is US 35. William Baumberger arrived in Dayton around 1805, 1806. He was a prominent businessman and one of the first treasurers of Montgomery County, Ohio. He created a lot of the first industries and founded them in the Haymarket region, or neighborhood, which was one of the first industrial neighborhoods of Dayton. His son was mayor in the 1840s, but by the say around the time of the Civil War or later, the Haymarket began to be increasingly dark. It was a center of prostitution, very densely populated, still heavily industrial. And by the 1930s, it had been largely, there's a lot of tax delinquency. It was considered a slum in need of clearing. But behind me, you see St. Anne's Hill, which is where a lot of the early wealthy families of Dayton lived. It was the first wealthy neighborhood. Baumbergers left part of their property to become Baumberger Park in around 1900, and it was the first public sports complex in the state of Ohio with a swimming pool. It's since been redeveloped and expanded, and it's still a major park in the Dayton system. When the 1950s came around, the federal money was there to do urban revitalization, as they called it, urban renewal, and the area was cleared. And it's seen as one of the best successes of Dayton's urban renewal program. Why is that? Well, you have Baumberger Park, but also behind me, across 5th Street, you have some industrial areas. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's a Postal Service distribution center back there built around 1960 that's still used today. And behind me is 13-story Dayton Towers building, apartment building. So seen as a success. That's actually kind of a pleasant area back in here, based on the towers and the park idea of high density surrounded by fields. And yet it's also one of the most outstanding examples of failure of urban renewal. Because behind me right here is a demo lot. It was originally intended to be another residential tower, but it never happened, and this field has sat here for 60 years. It's overrun with trash that blows in off of the street. In the late 1990s, Turks from southern Russia and eastern Ukraine settled in the St. Anne's Hill neighborhood, and the park, what had been the clubhouse, became the Turkish Cultural Center of Dayton. And then about 10 years ago, the Oregon district on the other side of that building started to revive, and it led to increased demand, rents in this building, rehabilitation of the retirement tower behind me, and there are currently plans to build another tower on this lot. That's a quick tour of the Haymarket neighborhood and history of it, both a success and a failure, and just a general history of urban renewal in America and in Dayton, Ohio. I'll holler at you later.